Delicious again, Peter.
All right, everybody, welcome to Manchsterdam. We're starting off our sixth season here. Joel's, I can tell he wants to say something so bad because he's mad at that laugh.
Yeah, that laugh is irking me, okay? And we talked about this, guys.
Yeah,
I thought it was you laughing.
No, we voted, and the callers voted for the laugh, and that's why it's there.
But I think we need a change. We need a different ending instead of that laugh. That's
like
all I want to say.
A different kind of guffaw.
The callers already voted, and we voted.
I know.
So it's just everybody against you.
But you know what? After I don't know how many years, but I'm going to tell you something. I can't mention the name of the company, but they finally changed their jingle after decades. Finally.
Why?
Was that the Musketeers?
No. I'm not going to mention the company.
Oh, you're not mentioning
I'm not.
it?
Yeah, but they finally did something right, and it was almost the same as this one here. So finally, they got rid of this. I think we should get rid of ours.
Well, we've already been over it, and it's been voted on. So you lost that.
And it's a very lovely chuckle, by the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Don Tibbetts, who's been with us now for we're going on 2 years. You've been part of the show. I think tonight, I know that I'm going to be thinking back to some old shows and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Your first show that you were on when we interviewed you,
right,
was fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
It really was.
That went back to when you had me on, I think, for surprising Adam Sandler on the Katie Couric show.
Yes.
And how silly was that? So I'm very lucky to get away with doing that. And I'm very lucky to still be here on this show.
Yeah, well, hey, everyone, we're lucky. Did you think that when because you're around from the early days of this show, when Ryan Gorman and John Manning were on? Did you think we'd be here 5 years later?
No, absolutely not.
Did you think you were going to run for alderman of the city of Manchester?
No.
Did you think you ever would be totally bald?
Yes. When did that start happening, by the way?
This summer.
Yeah. If you watch the show, it was this summer.
Oh, wow. I remember Joel with a good...
When he said, forget about it. I'm dying. Gotta go.
But we've got to tell the callers, tonight is a very special Manchsterdam.
Yes.
And it's our sixth season, starting tonight. We had a great intro, and that was filmed by Paul Cormier. I think he'll be up here later. And,
probably Paul won't be. Paul was going to be on the show tonight.
We'll see him next week.
What was going to happen tonight? We were going to have Paul was going to be on, but he got called out to it. He's
limo.
He's a driver.
That's right.
So he got called on an emergency assignment.
That's right.
But he was going to be on because he has. Like what he says to me, it sounds like hours of clips of us that day.
Oh, yes.
So there's a lot of conversation, and there's a lot of
funny.
I guess there's a lot of antics because that wasn't it. It was hot that day.
We had a very nice time that day.
I think he took 3.5 to 4 hours of footage that day.
Probably.
Oh, we had to because we did it We did it at Central.
We did a lot of running around in the city of Manchester. It was very nice. Very nice.
We started out at Central,
right?
And it was great because we're like, we can get in. T will just, hey, everybody. But we didn't get that far. They were cleaning the floors.
Remember, we couldn't go further than we were. We got in by the...
further. Were you an English teacher?
Yes, thank you very much. And no, because of all the floors were being done and all the furniture was backed up, so you couldn't even get through.
Were the floors being buffed?
Yes. There was a buffage going on, so that was good.
I like buffage.
It was funny, though. I couldn't believe Bev Spiro was still there.
Hey, what's it like?
Executive secretary.
What's it like going back to the old school after you hadn't been there in a while? Well, I know you go there once in a while to visit, but I mean, I don't know. Is it hard? Is it do you?
Has it changed since you left?
No,
still the
that's
same.
why I left.
Yeah, there's a Burns building.
It hasn't changed at all. But I always
has changed.
the way they built it and the way everything went, I was I wasn't happy. I thought they should have done a different thing, but what are you gonna do? You can't fight City Hall.
How about a couple of trees?
Okay, yeah, you can't fight City Hall. You know what I mean? All they had to do was put the building up right on Beach Street. Put a building up right there. You don't have to change anything.
Right.
You would have saved millions of dollars. Never would have had to get rid of the tunnel. And the underground parking, which is still a problem. You can't park as many people.
Did you park under there?
Where the parking lot was, you could have had put another tier there. Would have been great. But yes, I do park there.
You did park. You parked under. Do you remember?
I tried it.
Okay. Do you remember the first time when they opened that? You're like, oh, I can't believe I'm going down here.
Yes, I was very surprised. And of course, the first time I tried to get up out of there, the door was locked. So I had to go around the other way, and then I tell them, hey, the door's locked. People can't get up, because I get there early, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm going, the rest of the faculty will not be able to get up there. It's locked. Oh, geez, we're going to take care of that. Yes, you should.
Wow.
Hello. Oh,
Wow,
my gosh.
when I was in the school, when we went in the front office part, I'm like, wow, this doesn't look like any front office I know. Because it was in the James Building when I was there.
Exactly.
Where is the James Building? Is it covered up by that other building?
Oh, no, it's just it's a complacent brother.
Still there, though.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Must look exactly the same.
Yeah, when you're in the James Building, exactly the same.
So was the library still in the James Building?
Yes. And then what happened is you walk into the Burns Building because it's all adjacent now.
Oh.
Yep. Like Siamese twins.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yep.
Amazing.
Well, that's how it is. So, all you Centralites out there,
yes,
that's
Central
how it
High
is.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm glad. And now you do.
Yeah, that's.
You're
He
doing it.
doesn't care. He's never been there.
Yeah,
but
he
the
was there
rest
that
of the
day.
world is different. I mean, the addition was fantastic. I mean, they needed it. You had to expand because the student body was overwhelming what was going on. I mean, you can't have a lab where there's 30 people in it. That's illegal, number one. And so they had to have more labs. They had to have more expansion to put the students into the school. So that's why everything happened like that. And, of course, the teachers are still having a tough time getting a contract right now, for crying out loud.
Well, they just got one, I believe, correct?
Oh, no. They got one. And now they're this lawyer.
Well, yeah, they're challenging it because they're saying
conflict of interest.
Yeah, a few of the aldermen conflict of interest in the city charter, and
they're trying to say they never should have done it. And again, I'm saying the same thing I've always said. Without firemen, policemen, guardsmen, teachers, your city's a mess, and especially teachers, because what is the youth going to do if you're not moving forward?
You're going to be either a garbage.
You're a mess. You're a mess. Unbelievable.
But those are great jobs, though.
Oh, I'm not saying they are a bad job. And, some of my best friends are involved with those alternate jobs.
Well,
I mean, my brother was a cop for 25 years.
Well,
he brought the canine to Manchester. But when the city officials do not support, as they should, number one, support these jobs, it's terrible. Terrible. And why don't they support them? Oh, it's supposedly the money. Well, the money's there. You take it out of the general fund where you're stuffing and hiding all the money. You know what I mean? That's,
So what you're saying is to make the city better, you need to invest in the city.
Well, of course you have to invest in the city
Right.
to keep moving forward. But you have to not hide money, as the politicians have been hiding money for years. That's the thing.
Where are they hiding it, T?
In the general fund.
Okay.
The same thing the state is doing with the lottery, where they tell you they're giving billions to education. Well, where are those billions going? Have you seen anything in the paper or on radio or anything where they go, wow, we just got this money from the state for education? No, you don't. You don't see that anywhere. It's all hidden, and the same thing in the city of Manchester. So that's what I'm very not happy about, and I will never be happy about until that is cleared up.
I don't know about if the money's being hidden. I mean, that's
Of course it is. It's funneled. What word do you want to use? Funneled, hidden, misplaced, not funded.
well. I heard of
Same
the
thing.
I heard
Same
of
thing.
I heard of the rainy day fund. Would that be the same thing as the hidden fund?
Of course.
Okay.
What better, what kind of day? What kind of day is a
What's
better
it-
day to
yeah,
hide
well,
something?
Yeah, especially
rainy
in the
day.
rain.
What? Rainy day. Oh, it's a rainy day fund. Okay, it's raining. Everyone gets coffee now. What the heck are you talking about?
It was National
Hey,
Coffee
geez.
Day the other day.
Did you go to Dunkin's?
I did not that day.
Because if you went to Dunkin' Donuts on the coffee day, you got this little thing of coffee and a free glazed donut.
Oh,
Really? Oh, I didn't know about the donut.
I didn't have time to go by. I was working. And of course, I'm not a big fan of.
that coffee guy?
I'll drink coffee, but I'm not
You
going
drink
to
coffee
Dunkin'
when you get up.
Donuts.
You drink coffee when you get up in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I make my own.
Do you make it the night before, like the moose here?
Yeah, I make mine.
No, sometimes, mostly it's struggle out in the morning, do my little workout, have a little coffee.
You have a workout in the
things
morning?
out. Yeah, I work out.
Oh, in the backyard or in the house?
I know I have a little machine I work on, and
Nice.
Oh, really?
This is new to us.
I'm trying
yeah?
to get
It's
more.
Always, it's always nice.
Remember, you have to keep your flexibility as an older human in today's world, or else all of a sudden you're like,
You get you
I
take
know.
you take a nap and you wake up. You're like, oh
"Ah,
my
well,"
god.
I still skateboard, so I don't want to fall down and hurt myself. But
Eventually,
I don't fall down.
Eventually, that's what could happen.
It could.
Wow.
Yeah, you can break out. Yeah. you
When's
can
the
break
last time you got on a board?
What day today? Wednesday. So it had to be Monday.
Wow.
Nice.
Skate right in your
Right.
neighborhood.
Well, what happens is, yes, I have a nice Illinois. Then I go to the corner store, pick up the paper. Or
you might as
whatever
well.
else.
Goffstown Road's
then,
been paved.
Well, it's all paved.
I know.
So I have brand new tire. I mean, I fly. It's beautiful.
Thank
I
Keith
take out the
Hirschman for
long
that.
board, take a little ride, right into my, all set,
Did you thank Keith Hirschman for the?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
This
Hey,
might
we
be
got-
Keith Nell.
No, we
Keith's
got
a very nice person,
This
but
is a
I don't
special
thank
caller,
him for
guys.
anything.
This is a special caller for the season premiere here.
Yeah, first tonight on Manchesterdam on season 6.
Moose, do you know who this is on the air?
I do. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ryan Gorman.
Wow. This is a treat.
This is the right number.
It is the right number.
This is a
Ryan,
treat.
it's good to hear your voice, man.
Oh man, I wish you could say the same. Oh, is that Peter? Oh, I am glad to hear you.
Yeah, the Moose. He's still here.
Yeah, Bailey.
No, I love him.
Yeah,
I love him.
Bailey here and Bailey breathing.
Yeah,
Look,
he's
you know what?
75
I
now.
want to say, I've been out of touch in Manchester, but when I had a chance to get back on Facebook a little bit, I noticed you put in a bid for Alderman. I just wanted to say congratulations for putting yourself out there, man. And I wish I had seen a little bit more of it, but way to get out there, man, and do your thing. I love you for it.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. I
The
appreciate
the
that.
funny thing, Ryan, is he only lost by 18 votes.
Is that a true story?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Are you kidding me?
No, he was out there every single day, Ryan.
Yeah, I worked my butt off for 6 weeks. And
That's awesome. Are you going to put another bid in next election, Joel? Because if it's 18 votes, I mean, boy,
well,
that is.
Well, when the current
an
alderman,
impressive run,
when the current
Joel.
Ryan, what happened was the current alderman paved Goffstown Back Road right at the election time,
That is
which is
true.
a great
well,
move.
Moose, do you have that kind of pull? You got a paving company or anything?
no.
You have to be alderman, Ryan, to do it.
But maybe next year I'm thinking running for state rep. So
I love it. You know what? Because you went from school board to falling 18 votes shy of alderman. I say just go straight for mayor.
that could be. You never know what's
Governor!
You never know.
Go for governor!
You never know what's going to happen in 2 years. Maybe you're right, Ryan. Maybe Mayor Joel.
So, Ryan, tonight's a bittersweet, and I've been thinking about it all day. Especially when we have milestones like this, like a season premiere. Just right from the beginning, in my apartment to where we are now, it's just like a long ride, but a good ride.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know what's funny is I talked a little bit about, the creative process in one of the groups that I had today. Just, building that thing from nothing, just an idea. The fact, Peter, that you, myself, and John just enjoyed, spitballing with each other, and then just doing a little bit of research on the internet and finding Blog Talk Radio, which, God, I can't even imagine what it would be like to go back and listen to one of those original shows, because what a funny format. We had our own call-in number, and we used to run it through a cell phone, and then, now it's on television, which is still, bizarre.
I went to...
someone would have let us idiots... Brett, can I take my UA in a minute? I'm on the air. That really just happened, by the way.
That's fine.
It is really cool that something that gained so much traction in Manchester and the acknowledgments in the Hippo press, and you guys carrying the torch and still doing it, and it's awesome. And I think I talked to you about it a little bit, Peter. Like, I was a bit resentful, like not being on the show anymore. And when I sit there and think about it, I was not doing well. I was not doing well. There's a couple shows there where, God, I remember it. Pete, you were like, "Why don't you sit this one out?" And I insisted on going on the air, and boy, there was some embarrassing times for myself, and then also for the station too.
Yeah, but a lot of those shows don't. You could talk about those shows, but you could talk about some of the great ones too, because there were some good ones.
Oh no, absolutely, absolutely. Believe me, there's more good ones than those crazy ones. But I'll tell you what, man, I occasionally, you can just bounce back and go to Vimeo and just randomly pick one, and
yes,
boy, it's real organic, man. Like there's a lot of you can tell that it's just friends, talking.
Right.
That was the beauty of Manchsterdam when it started. Is it was just friends talking, and that has carried over to 2015. Are you serious? You sit in your bedroom, Peter, hovered over a cell phone, and that's when you first introduced me to Joel. You're like, bro, you got to come see this guy. He's a friggin' trip. He's the funniest guy I know, and I went over and I met this guy, and all I can say is 40 ice creams.
Yeah, we talked about Ryan.
Joel,
I was on a Ryan. Hold on one second. I was on another cable access show today, Ward 13, earlier today, talking about the history of Manchsterdam, and you just said almost exactly what I said. 40 ice creams was involved.
Yeah. That's true.
I can't come over right now. This is my bathroom.
I know, the bathroom. I said that's what happened too. It's amazing because Matt Connaughton was on the show today, and he asked me. He goes, "Do you think the show's changed?" And I said, "Well, of course it's changed. Anytime you have an ensemble like that and someone leaves, even if it's on a popular TV show, the dynamic changes." The dynamic of the show changes.
Absolutely.
When you have a strong personality and then that person's not there anymore, of course things are going to change.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely, yeah.
So this is Joel's last show.
I see the spirit of the show hasn't changed, though.
No, and then we got Tibbetts over here on my right. It's I'm sitting in the same seat as on day one.
Ryan.
Oh, Mr. Tibbetts is there right now?
Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah, how you doing?
Mr. Tibbetts, it's an honor to finally speak with you, man. I've heard so much great stuff, not only from Peter, but other former students of yours. And, what a pleasure. What a pleasure to finally speak with you.
Well, thanks, Ryan. It's calling me T. It's a lot easier.
All right.
Ryan.
And, yeah.
Right, your biggest fan still calls and they're always asking for you.
Oh, is that Tom Ford?
No, Mrs. X.
Mrs. X.
Yeah, I assumed. You know what's funny? Dude, so I'm in this treatment center with this dude, Doug, that was from Manchester, and he was trying to figure out where he knew me from, and then one day in a group, he just blurted out, he's like, dude, you're the guy on that TV show in Manchester. I was like, of course, the attention whore in me was like, oh, yeah, bro, that's me, yeah. Well, anyway, so he tagged me in something on Facebook that was off of Tom Ford's page, and I believe the thing that went down with Tom Ford was like 3 years ago, and yeah, I'll forward it to you guys. He sent Doug a scathing message about how if he saw me, he's going to rip my face off and this and that, and I just, I couldn't believe, talk about hanging on to a resentment for a long time. I feel bad that that's still eating the guy up, but
it is.
If anyone can get a message to him, remind him that I wasn't there.
Yeah,
what's funny?
I wasn't there when that happened.
It's funny that you say that because T's daughter went into an establishment where Tom works and said, "Oh yeah, wow, we watched that show Manchsterdam." He goes, "Oh, I hate those guys."
Yeah, that's hanging on to some anger. That's
well,
dude, it's a TV show, Tom, and yeah, just this letter, this message he wrote to my buddy Doug. It's like, honestly, if you printed it out, it was probably like, at least a couple Gospels worth out of the Bible. It's, so long, and the information was so distorted. Oh, they threatened me, and if I remember correctly, I believe he threatened Joel, and that's what got him removed. But
well, then he did a couple. He had to fill out his contract here.
Sorry.
He had to fill out his contract here. Then he did a couple shows from his house that were absolutely
that was asinine.
Insane.
That was crazy.
They were actually good, though. I'm going to tell you, they were actually good because it was entertaining.
You like that big cutout of him. That's why you like the show. that big stupid cutout. He looked ridiculous.
Holy smokes, Corman! It is so good to hear your voice tonight.
Yeah,
right on, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, if you guys listen, can you do me a favor? I kind of want to spread the message on something, kind of a serious topic.
You got it, man.
If John's in the control room, if you guys could flash a website, because I know that a lot of people are going through it with addiction, and they don't think there's treatment centers that'll take their insurance, that they cost thousands of dollars, and I just want people to know there is a place if people are looking for help. If you're addicted to heroin, you're an alcoholic, or any of that stuff, there is a place to go. It doesn't cost any money. You don't need insurance, and if you want to get help, it works. So either if you guys can put up the phone number, or if you can at least put up the website for this place, I think Manchester needs to know that this place exists.
I know, but for John to do something like that, you would have to
write it down. If Moose can write it down, and then we can put it out.
We can send the messenger over to
John. Yeah, listen, can somebody else write it down? Moose is going to, mess up the words. We all know that.
Can you write it down, pal?
I can write it down. Go ahead, Ryan.
Are you sure, Joe? Should I go nice and slow?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. It's Dover NH Treatment Center.org. Repeat that back to me, please.
Dover.
I'm still writing.
Dover NH.
All right. It's Dover, New Hampshire Treatment Center.org.
Dover NH.
Yes.
Dover
NH, though, not New Hampshire. It's Dover NH Treatment Center.org. And the number is 603-516-8181. And
that's a good number to have.
Miracles, man. This place saved my life, and there's people here that care. And if there's anybody watching the show that's struggling with addiction, there is absolutely a way out if you want help, and this place will save your life if you want it.
Good. We'll post that every show because,
And It's
At
on
any
right
moment,
now.
somebody would need
It's on
it.
right
you know
now.
What I mean? So that's
It's
good.
over, and it's on the
Yeah.
screen right now. Ryan, that's
That's
great
great.
because we do talk about that because it is an epidemic, especially in this city.
Yeah.
Geez, we have Bill Berry on. Hold on, T has to sing a song real quick.
A Bill Berry to the rescue. A Bill Berry to the rescue. Go, Bill Berry, go!
Yeah, Alderman in Ward 10, Bill Berry. He's that's his biggest thing is addiction, and he's I
Addiction
like all of
and
us.
affliction. Yep.
One of the greatest guys you want to meet, Bill Berry, Ryan. Beautiful person.
Pleasure to meet you, Bill. And yeah, keep getting that word out, man. Because, like you said, Peter, it's an epidemic, man. I just had a guy up here I know. I see him at meetings all the time, and he was in the program for a while, and he OD'd and died today. So
Jeez.
this disease doesn't care who you are.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I really recommend, especially with the heroin epidemic, if you're going through it, man, this is the place to be because once you get out of here, they got a program up here. It's one of the biggest heroin anonymous communities that I've ever even heard of. Great people in recovery up here doing it. So if you want to get out of that life and you don't think there's a way, there is a way. And it's at that website or that number, and just call
That's
them. They
awesome.
will take care of you.
Very good.
Ryan, like I said, it's so good to. I'm so glad. I was so worried about you because I hadn't talked to you in a while, and I'm just. It's really good to hear your voice tonight.
Yeah, man, I love you guys so much, obviously. Peter, you and I, we've discussed this before, dude, we can go a little while without talking to each other, but we can just pick it up right where we left off. Same with you, Moose. I haven't talked to you guys in a bit, but you're always in my mind and my heart, and I love you guys, and I'm so glad you guys are doing well. And Mr. Tibb, it's a pleasure, my friend.
Hey.
And Mr. Barry, great to hear you.
Well, Bill's not here.
Please, guys, get that word out because people are dying, and this business is it's crazy, and kids need help. So I know Manchester's got a real epidemic right now. So I appreciate you guys letting me get that out.
An epidemic
and,
that
love
you,
talking to you, love you guys all.
Gorman,
And keep up the good work.
that's an epidemic you started.
And God damn it, Peter, I'm going to end this.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that was
Rock
Ryan
on.
Gorman.
Rock
Oh,
on.
man, it was good to hear his voice.
Ladies
you
and
said,
gentlemen,
Peter.
like I
Yeah.
said, Ryan, wow.
He's a class
I
act.
think it really is. Really, thanks for calling. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Especially
Good to
on a
hear.
night like this.
And he sounds good. Very good.
And
So
I'll
that's
give you the name again. It's the Dover NH Treatment Center.org. And for further information, 603-516-8181. So if you're out there and need help, I'll repeat it in about 15, 20 minutes for
Thanks,
the
Moose.
people that missed it. And
For the people just
and
tuning in 15 minutes from
If
now.
you really need the help, again, dial 603-516-8181.
That's good. They got a solid line that is supported by Ryan because he knows his stuff, and it's nice to hear that
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a
'cause I
place
believe
that
he's-
you're gonna get an answer. You're not gonna be put on hold. You're gonna get an answer. So that's good.
And Dover's only, 35, 40-minute ride
Yeah.
from here, so
Yeah.
so nice,
Yeah.
short, quick ride if you need the help.
Very nice.
All right. So as we move on to the second half of the season premiere.
Yeah, number 6.
Wow, like I said,
Number
it's good to hear from Ryan.
Yeah. So give us a call out there tonight at 413-0223. Anything on your mind you want to talk about? We have 3 intelligent young gentlemen here, as usual, on a Wednesday night on the Manchesterdam
I thought there were
show.
only 2.
Oh, who came in?
So T, what do you got here going on?
I know. Did we talk about that the Bill Binney
Yes.
is going to be doing the landmark of the Amherst Bank? Okay, which is, of course, is Citizen Bank now.
I hope he puts up the old Amherst Bank sign.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be
Red
great.
one.
Back in 1958 or 59, I was on top of the bank. My father was doing a live broadcast for 610 radio, WGIR. This is before FM that we even existed,
Right.
of course. And at the time, of course, the MSK Bank was the tallest city. I mean, the tallest city.
Yes.
The tallest building in the city. So that was a lot of fun. But now he's gonna going. So there's gonna be apartments there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that would be pretty neat. I'm thinking of,
getting an apartment there.
well, yeah, sell my house and
Really?
the wife and I travel.
Moving over to
when
the
when we come home, we have an
Move over
apartment
to
there.
the
Who
move
knows?
over to the
You know what I
Amoskeag
mean?
Bank.
But it's
You
going to
can-
be
you
pretty
can
cool.
Park, you can park at the central parking garage under the ground there.
I most certainly could.
Why do you buy Maggie's restaurant? You make a killing.
I don't want to be involved with the business.
Well, you buy it, P and I will run it.
No,
no.
I don't want to be involved with the business.
We're talking
Okay.
about
Did
him
you-
moving over to the
Did you
Amoskeag
understand what I
Bank.
first said the first time? No.
Well, I'm
So
thinking-
that's why I
Amoskeag
said it a
Bank.
second
Where
time.
did you come up with that?
I'm thinking of making money.
You just went off the
well,
hook
good luck.
and just said
Good
that.
luck with
No,
that.
that's related.
No, it's no
It's
relation.
across the street.
I know, but just think, he's apartments.
Well, I'll tell you.
Apartments means
I'll
people.
tell you
People
right
means
now.
that people spend.
You are correct.
Yeah. So what's
But-
the problem?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'll just tell you right now, if there is a government shutdown, small businesses like what you're trying to do will be hurt extravagantly.
Good. I hope it hurts him harder than anybody.
Watch out for that, So we have to wait and see how the politicians dance through this next phase of their...
Well, Bill Binney's a super Republican.
No, yeah, well, we're beyond Bill Binney now. We're talking about the nation shutting down.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought we were still
Yeah.
talking about the Amoskeag apartments.
No, we're
Oh,
beyond that.
man.
That
That'd
was
be
a
cool
nice
to live
thing.
over there.
That would be very nice.
But
Oh,
I
yeah.
do have breaking news to that subject. He said that
Good.
shutting down won't happen.
The shutdown of the government.
As of yesterday.
And
Where'd you hear that?
It was on ABC.
Well, the thing is, really, if they're going to do that, are you kidding me? How can you let the government shut down? They already did that once.
It's like that
And
every year.
everything.
Always.
It's terrible. It is so terrible that these politicians that we elect for them to help us instead of helping us, stab us in the back. It's terrible. I mean, it's
don't
going on locally here, right here in the city of Manchester. It's going on statewide and nationwide. Politicians are not helping us.
Not all
they do
politicians, though. Not all politics. Come on.
You have to realize the politicians that are trying to help us are
You're creating a stereotype.
Befuddled.
I know, but you're
Befuddled.
creating a stereotype.
The ones that are trying to help us are befuddled by the majority of the losers. Let's put it that way.
Right, yeah, because you don't want to stereotype all politicians. Don't you think when a politician starts out, for the most part, they want to do, when they start out, they want to
No,
make...
I would not assume that in a second. Not most politicians want to help out. Most politicians hire themselves, today's world, to help themselves out. There are the core that does want to help the nation or help them the locales that they would be hired to, for example. Okay, like if Moose got hired, he's not worried about making money. He's worried about helping the people. But there are the quote politician-ish that it is nowadays. Most of these people are going after the money. Now, I will bring up an example of Frank Ginta. This is a man who was under the philosophy of saying he was helping the people, but all the time he was helping himself to get to another phase. He was not thinking at the time of what his job was. He was moving on to another job at all times.
Hold that thought, please. You're next tonight on Manchsterdam.
Do you guys know if anybody won the big Powerball payout?
We don't know yet.
It's 11:05. The drawing.
It's 11:05 Eastern.
No,
Yes.
no Pacific.
Well, if you win, we're going to La Coretta tomorrow.
Anything else, caller? And good night. Get T.
But that's all I'm saying about
Okay.
politicians. You
Right.
know, it's a sad world. You got good, you got bad, but you hear so much about the bad because the good is not allowed to do what they're supposed to do because the bad overpowers them. You know, the guy who is the Speaker of the House, all of a sudden he sees the Pope and he says, I'm out. I got to retire. Instead of having a backbone and trying to make things happen that would really change this country to move forward to help the people. Instead he goes, I can't do it anymore. I saw the Pope. I'm gone.
He did. He was crying when he saw the Pope. He was crying.
Oh, yeah.
What would you do if you saw the Pope? That was a
I'd
big...
say, how you doing? Nice to see you. You know, I remember the old Saturday Night Live with Father Guido Sarducci doing Find the Pope in the Pizza. You know, do you remember that? You know, I mean, you know.
That's good stuff.
He's a great religion guy. Don't get me wrong. He is a solid backbone for the entire Catholic Church. And this guy reminds me of Pope John the 23rd, who was a very, very vocal man to the world. He wasn't private.
Is this who you grew up with?
Well, I never grew up with him.
Did he live on Harrison Street?
No, he didn't. But he was, being an old Catholic guy, having been tortured by the Sisters of No Mercy and the rest of the whole crew, which I'll talk about in a little bit too. Anyways, he was very great as far as making people feel good about their religion and trying to get world peace. And I think Pope Francis is also trying to get that world peace going on.
I think so too.
Yep.
What do you think, Jewish Joel?
Oh, I would love to meet the Pope.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Would you convert?
No, he just wants to steal his ring when he kisses it.
I think the Pope.
Hey, that's great jewelry.
No, it's a good symbol.
Gotta go.
I think
not only for the Catholic Church, but I think it was just a symbol of, you're right, peace.
Yes.
Would you say Pope is like God?
No.
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 God, man, he created the Pope.
Why? Why? Do you think he's like God?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You think he can do stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, bless you, bless you.
Yeah, he can do some.
What can he do? Can he fly?
No, he can't.
No, he's got a Pope-mobile though.
But he did make a call to Georgia, to the lady that got he wanted to stop that because he doesn't believe in any style of execution. So he made a call to the.
Oh yeah, she was on death row.
Yeah, to the, I don't know if it was the office correction or somebody in charge. Maybe it was the governor or the mayor, and he wanted to put a stop to that. But eventually,
Did that lady get executed?
she did.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that in the
Well,
news.
when you kill someone.
Well, she didn't actually do it though. No, she didn't do it.
Check the stats.
No, I'm going to tell you what happened. The story was she hired someone to do it, okay, and that person did it, but that person confessed, and now is life in prison, and she gets a death penalty for planning it, I believe. Death penalty, man.
Yeah. Hey, I think, I'm all about capital punishment. I think everyone should die if they kill someone. I'm not all this. Why am I spending money for this guy to be rehabilitated? Hey, you screwed up. You killed somebody. I think hanging. Bring back the hanging. Let's have a parade. I'll sell popcorn for crying out loud. I have no capacity compassion. I have no compassion for these people that want to go out and kill somebody.
Hold on.
Wow.
None.
Okay.
None.
You're next tonight on Manchsterdam Season 6. Get it, caller.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very good. I have a question for Don.
Yeah.
The question is this. Ask Don what he thinks about it. I already know what he thinks about the new Pope. How about him and Chuck Taylor's?
Chuck Taylor's a
Chuck
monster.
Taylor's and the new Pope.
Chuck Taylor's like God?
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. The Pope is now wearing Chuck Taylor's when he plays tennis.
Do you guys think Chuck Connors wore Chuck Taylor's?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
When he played for the Boston Celtics.
I bet he did.
Yes. Before he became a rifleman.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, caller, turn down your TV.
Well, enjoy the show, man. Thanks for calling.
Love it.
Okay, thanks. Well, Chuck Taylor's.
Yeah,
Chuck
Chuck
Taylor's,
Taylor's a
Chuck
monster.
Connors.
Yep.
So Chuck Connors wore Chuck Taylor's.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, but he played for the Celtics.
I know he played for the Celtics, but did he really wear Chuck Taylors?
They all did.
Yeah, I guess they all did. Then,
Yeah,
huh?
at
It
one
wasn't like
time.
it is. It wasn't
At one
like
time.
it is
It was
today.
all black high tops.
Wow.
Yeah.
And those aren't comfortable after a while. Not to play ball in.
I mean, I wore them, creepers, for multiple years. I mean, when I played CYO ball with Sonny Griffin, we all wore Chuck Taylors because the Celtics did.
Right.
So we were into that. You know what I mean? And then, of course, I wore them multiple years as a teacher, and I mixed matched the colors so the kids wouldn't feel bad about changing. You don't have to have an outfit. Just change. Let's go out and play. Come on, forget about it. You know what I mean? Right. But it got to the point where my last 3 years of teaching, I had to get to a sneaker that had an arch because Chuck Taylors don't have an arch. And my old gym knees weren't working it. So now I always wear something that has an arch.
You wear Crocs now.
No, I have not made the move to Crocs. I have not made that move to Crocs. I don't know about them things. People swear by them.
Yeah, they're supposed to be
brick stalkers.
John Eric O'Neill.
I never made the move to those either.
So you're saying you're not a big fan of people wearing high top sneakers?
I never said that.
I thought you did.
No, I asked T when I. Okay, that's ridiculous. And I asked
First
T.
of all, it's not ridiculous. I thought you said that. That's why I brought it up.
No, people wear high top. I said what the high top sneakers that they wore back in the 50s and 60s, the Chuck Taylors, aren't as comfortable as some of the. Like, that's not. The Chuck Taylor, regular old Chuck Taylors are not comfortable to play 4 quarters of basketball in.
Well, they are if you're young.
Right,
Okay.
but if you're old, it's not.
If you're older,
a rolling ankle.
You gotta go. Yeah.
There's no support in those. There's no support.
I played in multiple sports in Chuck Taylors. And
why would you think I said that?
Well, I thought you said that. That's why I brought it up.
I think his name is Moose. I think that clears it up.
The Moose.
Okay.
So to go back to the Pope, and we'd like to say that the founder of the American Sisters of Mercy, okay, now the Reverend Mother Frances Xavier Ward, selected by Manchester Historical Association as one of the 40th.
Hold that call for a sec, T. You're next tonight on Manchsterdam. Get a caller.
Hi, I have a question for Joe Elber.
Yes.
Is the Pope fallible? And if so, you think it's fair if he plays in the Vatican football pool?
Hoppy, he's a wise guy. And we have to say, what do you say about fallible first, Joel?
To answer your question, I have no comment and no comment.
Well, there you go. That kind of wraps it up, sports fans.
That's how I feel about that.
Joel is playing John Eric O'Neill in fantasy football this coming weekend. This should be a good matchup.
It should be.
Oh, my gosh. I can't wait to hear.
I played John Eric O'Neill last week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How did you do?
I won by 1.8 points.
Wow.
And he's...
Oh, my gosh. Did you win $1 off of him?
No.
Oh.
No. We just do it for fun.
Yeah. And,
something to do on
Joel's
Sunday.
trying to do it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just, kill time on Sunday and everything else. So
Unbelievable.
it's pretty good.
But as a Manchester thing again, this girl, the Reverend Mother Frances Xavier Ward, was selected by the Manchester Historical Association as one of the 40 most influential people in the history of Manchester.
What's the years on her?
Well, we're going to tell you that she was featured at the Interfaith Women of New Hampshire at St. Joe's. And Ward, she lived from 1818 till 1884. She founded the Roman Catholic Order of the Religious, known as the American Sisters of Mercy. And she founded educational and social service institutions in Greater Manchester, and she continued to contribute within the community. And she was there since day one. And as a matter of fact, she's a member of the New Hampshire Bar Association as a recipient of the New Hampshire Bar Foundation Robert E. Kirby Award, and a recipient also of the Pro Ecclesia et Pontifex, which is a medal from Pope Benedict the 16th. So she did a lot in this city, interfaith religion, and it's unbelievable that it was actually the Sisters of Mercy was started here in Manchester.
Amazing.
Yes.
So she goes down in the history of Manch.
Yep, and they had a nice celebration for her and everything, and I think all those nuns are quacks, anyways.
Well, you
but it was nice
went
that
through
she
it as a
did that
kid,
well.
right? You went through the nuns as a kid.
From third grade, my first meeting was in the third grade, from Sister Mary Rosita until the 8th grade with Sister Rita, and I was lucky to get out. I was alive.
Really, I bet. No, but but I hear horror stories of
they thought corporal punishment was going to heal you. They didn't realize we could take the punishment and which was great because you got beat up by them. You go home, there's no beating.
Jim Ganley, who we had on the show, he went through St. Joe's, and he had some of his stories like, and then you know what? When I didn't even know it, she just rapped me, and you see stars, and
my Hebrew teacher used to beat us with a ruler.
See, there you go. Yeah. It translates all religion.
What would you be doing
punishment
to deserve the ruler?
I screwed up in Hebrew school big time.
Like what? What's screwing up in Hebrew school?
You can't say Yiddish.
No, it was just the way. Well, he was preparing for my bar mitzvah, and I just couldn't get it right. And
the pronunciation.
He got frustrated, and
of the
ruler hit me and everything. I mean, come on.
Yeah. How old were you? 14, 13?
I was like around 11.
Yeah, because
you always start like 2 years before the big event.
Yeah, you're preparing for. 13 is.
That's why your hands are all screwed up.
13 is the yarmulke.
Yeah, no.
I mean, not the yarmulke. What do they call it? Bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Unreal.
Yep. So that's what. That's what he did. Beat me with the ruler.
Really? So you remember it?
Oh yeah. I think about it every night.
I'm
sure you do.
I mean, every day.
I'm sure he goes home. Oh, I don't have time to make popcorn. I'm scared of the ruler. This Hebrew guy. Get over it.
That's why
I don't think so.
That's why I don't have any rulers at home. See?
I thought Shirley was your ruler.
She is.
The only guy that would scare you, and he never would hurt you, but he would scare you at my school was Mr. Rooney. And I've talked about him on the show.
Oh, yeah, Jack Rooney.
But
great guy.
I'll tell you what, when you're a kid and you're 8 years old,
he gives you the look, though. The look.
Are you kidding? He's like he might as well have been Darth Vader. When you saw him
before Star Wars. You're talking before Star Wars too, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, he literally order came when he came.
Yeah,
walked down the hall.
So Moose, let me ask you a question. We have a few pedestrian tips. I don't know if you want to add to this at all, but pedestrian tips are easy ones like don't cross in front of a bus. That's a pedestrian tip because if you do, you could be hit by the bus and you should not. And of course, don't jaywalk. That's basic because if you're not in the crossing zone, you could be hit by a vehicle, a bicycle, a motorcycle.
Have you ever been hit by a vehicle?
No.
Yes.
Really? Like while walking?
No.
Okay, but in a car, you've been in an accident before?
Yeah. I almost got hit a couple times. Once we were playing, touch football on Harrison Street, and we were actually playing on my lawn. I went to catch the ball, and the car stopped, and I fell on the hood, but I caught the ball.
Oh,
so, it was
there you go.
Yeah. And my mother was very upset.
I'm sure.
She actually saw that. I was probably 12,
So Harrison Street, funny. If you had a friend that lived down the road, you'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna walk down to his house because coming up, you'd be going up the steep. That's one of the steepest hills in Manch.
Yeah, well, we just skateboarded down. So
how'd you get back up? You didn't skateboard up?
No, but we didn't care because we knew we were skateboarding back down. So it was fun for us. You know what I mean? But to get back to pedestrian tips, I don't know if you have one, but you have to watch out for dog poop because they're supposed to pick it up, but they don't all the time. So that's another pedestrian tip. And the other one is, instead of pausing and following yourself, just get across the street. You know, some people, they take too much time. And the last one is, get off your stinking phone. Because you're a pedestrian, get across the street. You know what I mean? There are things going on. So those are a few
aware
of the
of your
warmer ones.
surroundings.
We're going to have a lot more coming in with these little tips coming your way during the future shows. So stay tuned.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming. We're going to wrap it up shortly, but we got a lot of stuff coming up this year.
We do?
Yeah. Yeah. you were telling me all about
We
it.
do?
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see,
Well,
sometimes when he
tell you
sneezes,
what.
everything goes out of his head.
Well,
you know?
next week we have Ed Sapienza on the show from the Ed and Joe show.
Yeah.
He's going to be on the just talking about Manch with us, just
Good.
having a good time.
That's good.
And I think
Isn't
a
he
week
running
or
for
two,
alderman?
a week. Yeah, he's running for alderman in Ward 8.
Ward 8, yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be on. He's a Manchester kid. You got to call Joe. So tune in. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, next day down in Amsterdam. Get a
You gotta
caller.
tell him he couldn't do it himself.
Hey guys, how you doing? The Red Sox are tied 5-5. They just got out of the 10th inning, going into the 11th.
Wow.
Go Yankees.
Wow.
No. Kill the Yankees.
How are you tonight?
That's awesome.
Pretty good, and you?
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad.
When are you going to take us for that big ride in your big red caddy?
When you're ready.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought we should get together with her. She drives us to Legends, and we do miniature golf.
Oh.
She can miniature golf.
Ask her, Mary. Do you miniature golf at all?
No, I don't.
See.
Well, she might want to start.
Maybe she could have a nice cold soft drink while we're mini golfing.
Is your car convertible?
No, it's not. It's a 4-door hardtop.
Oh, okay.
Good. I don't have to worry about Moose with his hair blowing in the wind.
He won't have to worry unless I put the windows down.
Yeah.
Very good.
Hey, Mary, thanks for stopping to vote for me a couple weeks ago. I appreciate that.
I told you I was.
Yeah, thank
But
you.
that's okay. Next time was in 2 years. No problem. You'll get in then.
Well, I might be running for state rep next year, so be on the lookout.
I'll be looking for you.
Thanks, Mary. You're the best.
You're welcome. Catch you guys later.
All right, Mary. Good
Thanks
night.
for calling Mary
Good night.
in the Cadillac. Got a gal.
Yeah, the
We
regular.
I want to ride in that. You guys got to set me up for crying out loud.
Well, we haven't had rides in it either.
Well, that'd be a great video.
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
Yeah, very nice lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'd have so
Yeah,
much
we like
fun with
Mary.
So again,
Mary's great.
Paul's going to come in. We're going to go through outtakes from the intro.
Cool.
He has like I told you, a million outtakes.
Yeah.
And then by the end, I think Joe Kelly Lavasser's coming in the end of the month. He's never been on our show.
Well, he should be on the show, and we can actually talk about his hair.
You can talk about anything you want.
I most certainly will.
But he's running for alderman at large.
Hey, I just want to make two. As much as I don't like the Red Sox, but Sunday is the last day for Don Ocello broadcasting in the Red Sox booth.
Yeah.
That's
so
tough.
Best of luck to him.
Yeah, great.
He was great with Jerry.
He's probably watching right now too.
And he's moving on to San Diego. He's going to broadcast for them.
Good.
And he's going to do a few games on
The
Fox.
guy, he's got a great voice, so we don't have to worry
Still,
about
it's
it.
something
You know what I
about
mean?
him and Jerry though. They were funny together.
Yeah, they were. I don't
best.
know
I mean,
why
you
something
you need to
happened.
have. You need
They're bringing someone else in, whatever.
Yeah,
But,
so
we of course it's Hump Day, so we have to say hi to Camel. And she said to you, Moose, you have to pronounce her name right.
Camel.
Yeah. No.
Camel.
Oh, Camel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Camel. I'll get it right one of these
Yeah.
Wednesdays.
When you get a chance.
Yeah, I'll make a note of it.
Yeah. Take your time.
Yeah, I will.
I don't want you to get a headache.
No.
And,
I just want to read. I know we're going to wrap it up. I just want to make one more comment. If you missed the Ryan Gorman phone call, he's in rehab and he's in Dover. So I'm going to give you the address.
Nice of you to tell everyone that he's in rehab.
No, he already did it.
He already did.
But he's what he's saying is this is the number to call if you need help.
Exactly.
The number is.
I just want to give you the title. It's Dover NH Treatment Center.org, and we're serious now. This is a serious epidemic with heroin. 603-516-8181. Get the help you need.
And it's anybody. It's not even heroin. It's any addiction.
Correct.
You
Alcohol,
have. You
probably,
can get help. There's no fees, no nothing. Call the number. These people
don't be
help
afraid.
you.
Yeah,
These people help you.
Get the
so
help
if you want
before
to
it's
get
too late.
out of the bad life and get to a new life, call that number. And we'll be mentioning that next week too.
Yeah, very good. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to wrap it up. We'll see you next week with Ed Sapienza. I want to thank Paul Cormier for everything he does behind the scenes here. That video is hilarious.
It was
fantastic.
Good job,
and want to thank all the callers and all the viewers out there. And for Don Tibbetts and Joel Elber, I'm Peter White. We'll see you next week.
Rock on!
Delicious again, Peter.